Browntown.
Dogs of Browntown.
Dogs of Browntown.
Dogs of
Browntown. Browntown.
Panj. Chahar. Se. Do. Yek.
Welcome to Dogs of Browntown.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was. I thought you were gonna go back and forth because last time you had it, you went 10, 9, and then he went in Spanish.
Yeah, I didn't know what number he was on. I almost said 7, and then when he did this,
He was like Panj. I was like, no, thank you, I'm full. You know what I mean? I'm
it
not
does sound
hungry.
good. I would
That
like
does
some
sound- Whatever
Panj.
Panj
Sounds
is.
like good food.
Sounds delicious with a side of rice. All right.
Oh yeah, basmati.
All right. Welcome to
do
Dogs
love
of Browntown.
basmati,
To my right, we got the ever so goddamn sexy and bearded
A Latinx.
Hormos Rashidi. Say your goddamn name.
Hormuz Rashidi. Hey man, with merci.
That's not all right. And then to
What is that? That's after.
I'm saying I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you.
Oh,
in
great.
Farsi.
Cool.
Oh, I thought you were because this is. I thought it sounded like you were saying "have mercy." I thought you were saying like a weird Uncle Jesse, like have mercy.
No, merci is thank
Now
you.
are the glasses because you're far seated?
Got him, dude.
Or
Stupid
near
bitch with
seated.
4 eyes to next to him. Joel Jimenez.
Hello, hi. I am Joel Jimenez. I am the king of beans, not the king of queens.
Doesn't work as good as you because you don't have the king of beans face.
Yeah.
Now you pan it over to me. Look who's the king.
There
of
we
beans.
go.
Look
Yeah.
who's the king of beans.
Yeah, the king of weens over here.
Like we start almost every episode, or at least we try. When I remember, is behind us. Do we have it? We have it queued up.
Hey, you know how
perfect.
podcasts have names for their fans?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of our fans?
The
The Curvy Sword Horde.
I don't know. I don't know. If that's gonna...
The phrase curvy sword is so fucking funny to me that the other day I was just washing dishes alone. I just thought curvy sword and started losing my mind laughing.
What about curvy swords ahead instead of curvy roads ahead? Curvy
Okay,
swords ahead.
I like it. Yeah, that's like on Indiana Jones when you're waiting in line.
It's pretty obvious where the Dogs of Browntown are fans are brownies.
I don't know about that either. Dogs of Browntowns.
They
Why
could
can't
be
we just call them
right?
the dogs?
The dogs, yeah, obviously the dogs. I just thought it'd be funny. to
All
say
of them
the
are dogs. We don't pull this whole early 2000s shit when the ladies could be the dogettes. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
no,
they're
no,
also
no.
dogs.
Dogs and bitches. The
No,
ladies-
Hormos! That's what we're
Right?
trying to avoid.
We love
We're
the
like 2
bitches.
minutes in.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I stopped you from doing the most important part
The
of the
most
show.
important part of this podcast is the countdown timer as to when white people will be the minority in this country. And look at that.
It can't go fast enough.
You know what's fun is my birthday is January 18th, so I think 17 days after this, I will have a huge celebration.
I want to say that I'll live to see that day, but I don't think so. 45 is quite a long time.
Oh, I didn't even
I
think
think-
about that.
Well,
Fuck.
22 years from now, yeah, you'll still be alive. You're gonna be losing weight. You're gonna
Yeah, because I'll be a head in a jar.
Wait, so 22 years from now, I'll be 25.
What?
I'm just so young.
Yeah, no, he's a baby.
You're a 3-year-old baby?
yeah.
Of all the ones to pretend to be a baby, you got to be the one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right, I lied. I'll be 32.
You'll be 32.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to come off so young? Now it makes us look like two pedophiles doing a podcast with a kid.
Well,
That's
where's
not
the
cool.
candy you promised me? Also,
here,
nice
right here,
van.
boy.
I got it in my pants.
God, I got dental work done. I can't hit those. I've been vaping with my nose at night.
What?
Wow.
To go to
Before we start
All right,
anything
sorry.
else,
Yeah.
what did you just say?
So I got a deep cleaning. I had to get all this dental work done. I'm getting gold teeth soon.
A deep cleaning isn't like crazy dental work though.
No, but let me walk back a little bit. I had really bad teeth. Now they're starting to be better. I got 2 wisdom teeth removed. Then I got 5 fillings.
Jesus.
And then the final one was a deep cleaning, and they injected some sort of antibiotics into my gums and all that. And so they asked me not to vape or smoke for 10
Well,
days.
do you have anything open? Right, like an open wound?
No, but I think because the act of sucking
When did you get a wisdom teeth out?
when the Super Bowl happened, remember?
Oh, so it's been a long time.
That's separate. This is because of because of the antibiotics that they put in my mouth. I've already talked about my insomnia. It's awful.
That wasn't antibiotics, by the way.
Anyway, he did. I was like, why is your penis out? Thank you, but no thanks. But so at night I can't sleep and I'm not supposed to vape. So the other day I put my vape in my nose and the other day, meaning
You
last
coke
night.
snorted a vape?
Yeah, and honestly,
remind me not to hit Joel's vape.
Remind me to hit
oh no, that one
vapes, huh?
stays in the bed for me. Yeah, but no, I'll wipe it down. I'm not gonna put it on. I'm not a booger eater.
Even if you were, that's
Nah, I don't get down like that.
You can only eat boogers if they don't come out of your nose. You have to suck them in.
Yeah, that's because it's fresh still.
I've
Once
done
they
the-
touch the air, it's gross.
the Joey Diaz snort, where you've done coke the night before
Yeah.
and you have boogers and you snort it in just to get the rest of that coke from the boogers.
Yeah,
I've
but
done
it
that.
was fun. It was good. It's a good hit. You know, you just suck it in, blow it out. The dentist will never know.
Man, that's how strong it has of a connection that you need it, that you have to go through your nose.
Yeah, Joel, this is
I can't sleep,
this is
man.
not a podcast. This is an intervention now.
Yeah.
Good. Go ahead. Try your best. You
Try
fucks.
your best.
Yeah.
I'm already getting my life together by getting my teeth first.
You'll
fixed.
never catch me. Yeah, I know my teeth.
True or false? You've been injected by needles multiple times this month.
True.
Okay. What, like in your gums?
In my gums. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Also
it's a weird
tattoos.
place
I
to
guess
do
tattoos
heroin.
he's got
is
a bunch of
sort
tattoos.
of injection. Yeah.
Also, let's give a shout out to the tattoo parlor.
Oh yeah, let's give a shout out, please. The Martlet Tattoo Parlor in Highland Park. It's really great.
Show them your work.
I mean, I got a bunch of shit. Everything is.
Well, show them the recent.
Oh, this was at Roseland in Fullerton. My friend Angel West
Hell yeah.
gave me.
Yeah, that's right.
This is good work, dude.
No, Katie, zoom in on the nipple. Really give it to him.
What nipple?
Give him
Really
what
give
they
it.
want.
Really give it to him. Like if we're gonna show him, really show him.
No, but they're all really good friends of mine. They're all incredible tattooers. If you have any, they predominantly
Tattoo artist, you piece of shit. But
They,
yeah.
that's okay. Whatever.
It's comedian comic. Comedian comic.
Yeah, exactly. But if my friend Angel does a lot of black and gray, and then at the Martlet they do predominantly American traditional stuff, but they'll do custom stuff if you like. But hit them up; they're great people.
They'll tattoo you if you're white and yellow too. If not, you don't have to just be black and gray.
Yeah. That's also true.
Facts.
Anyway, I love them. Very, very, very talented people. That's it.
Really good work.
Check them out. The Roseland in Fullerton, Angel West, and the Martlet. Everybody's there. All kinds of people. Tony King, Bryce O'Prandi.
You hear that? All 90
Ona
people
Greenberg,
tuning
Rosie
in?
Evans. Oh, and my friend Jack, Tattoos for Your Enemies on Instagram. He tattoos at a place called Nathan's Lounge. He did this cool devil on my arm, and I got a bunch of stuff. Anyway, love them.
Hell yeah. If you want a tattoo in Southern California, go to those guys.
Exactly.
I want to do it old school, the way my ancestors used to do. I want to commit a crime and then go to county
Yeah.
and have some dude with a hot big pen.
Yeah.
Put it on my back. Put it on my back.
I got some friends that have those, and the ones they've gotten look pretty good.
Yeah, but I want it authentic. Like,
You have a lot of
don't bring
time
a
there.
guy come over here with a hot big pen. I got to earn my stripes.
I believe I heard something that they use like urine to make the ink in jail, but I might be wrong
Dude, the
about
guy in jail is gonna make a mural on your back, dog.
100.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be Kobe Bryant with angel wings,
Yeah.
flying off your back.
No. But however you do it on a liquor store, do it on my back.
yeah. I want 24
Dude.
and 8.
I mean,
Yeah.
you should get the fucking Aztec holding the girl on your back, dude. That would be sick. You've seen that.
I would also have to make it more realistic. I need the girl to be a little bit fatter.
Yeah.
And he's having trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's having trouble. His back is hurting a little bit, but he still loves her.
Yeah.
So he's taking her to the car.
The Aztec with a mullet.
Hell yeah.
Dude, this is a great
Or
way
maybe
to...
it's like one of those party subs.
And the girl's inside of it. She's in the bread. Yeah.
Or it could just be a regular sub, dude.
A burrito.
I brought up this topic today because I thought it'd be interesting because this is something predominantly in the Mexican culture. It's machismo. Machismo. I grew up with it being in my life, or at least dudes in my, like, tiny little 5'5" Napoleon complex Mexican guys who had it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they witnessed their son or nephew do anything that wasn't close to being as machismo as they thought it was, you were either weak or gay or whatever.
I'll tell you the one that really fucks people up is not crying.
Not crying.
Yeah, don't cry.
Not in front of your dad. At least not in front of my dad.
And honestly, to this day, because the machismo is so tough with my dad, And then I want to unpack why I think we have this.
Should we define what machismo is? It's sort of like alpha male mentality, sexist.
What's the difference between machismo and toxic masculinity?
It's toxic Mexicanity.
It's a thin line.
Masculinity?
It's toxic Mexicanity.
Mexculinity.
Mexculinity.
Toxic Mexicanity.
That's the name of the episode. Mexculinity.
That's
It's
funny.
toxic Mexicanity. I did that on accident, and I didn't even say it like that. I just said it weird, and then you were like, "What's that? Would you say weirdly like a Mexican?"
And then he copyrighted, and he's making money off something you did.
God damn, that's something your people would do.
Whoa, that sounds like
Your people being the Rashidis.
sounds like
the
toxic.
Rashidis. Take it easy.
Oh yeah. We are awful people.
But I was gonna say, like, because it's so tough within say my father, for example, nothing guts me like when my dad cries.
Whoa.
Because he doesn't do it ever. But the times we've been at like funerals or something, and I see like a tear roll down, oof, dude. Even just thinking about it right now,
This fool's all
Is it all bad?
stone-faced.
Is machismo all bad?
I don't think it's all bad, and that's why I wanted to unpack it. I think that there is this thing of
Confidence.
yes, and you see it a lot in minority groups. I would say the Black community, Mexican people, Asian people. Like I would say, when you come to this country, you have nothing but that sometimes, and sometimes you know
all you have.
People do it with
And
clothing.
you have to defend your people. You have to
Yeah.
defend your women.
People do it with clothing, with jewelry, with tattoos, whatever that is. It is this projection of, I read this thing a while ago about the concept of cool coming from slave culture, because if you were going to get, say, whipped or reprimanded in front of whoever, the act of being cool and stoic and taking that and not showing that you've been broken, and that I think that translates to immigrant culture, to all that. It's obviously different. It wasn't,
Yeah.
it's not slavery, but and I'm not, of having just your confidence and who you are and the way that you carry yourself sometimes when you're completely broke and have nothing, no food, no nothing, is all that you have to leave the house with. And I think that it's a survival tactic, and through the years has become just ingrained in our brains, man.
I can see through it sometimes though. You'll see like that Mexican, like let's say Mexican dude who's in like his late 40s. He's got
Yeah.
like 3 jobs. He's like a waiter somewhere. You're like, you want more chips? He's like all energetic.
Yeah.
I'm like, that fool's life is in shambles at home. He's too energetic like
Yeah.
right now to be like, oh, hey dude, anything you want? I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he's got like, a wife he hates.
Or him serving at a restaurant is not roofing in July somewhere.
That's true.
And he's like, these fucking dumb teenage white kids are bitching about how hard their life is. He's like, this is the greatest. Like, I'll fucking, he's just got extra like oomph to it.
If you are a white teenager serving at an Applebee's and you're trying to compete against this Mexican,
Yeah.
you've already lost.
Oh, you're out,
He's got
dude.
employee of the month every time.
Yeah.
His iced tea refill game is like 7 every 3 minutes. You
Dude,
know what
I
mean?
used to, when I was a waiter, man, I worked with this guy, and he was like incredible. The fucking business would have fallen apart without him. I saw him doing lattes, smoothies, drinks, bussing, everything, like all in one day. And I would get in my car after just like waiting and be like, like breathe, because it was so intense for me. And this fucker's like there tomorrow, just
Yeah.
doing it all, man.
Machismo, it adds this confidence as well to like there. I worked with this like kitchen manager who had 3 jobs. He had like 3 houses, all these cars, but he never cried, never complained, never said anything when he probably should have. I saw him sleep prep cut tomatoes. He was
Whoa.
asleep while cutting tomatoes, and I'll go, bro, just go take a nap, dog.
Yeah.
Go take. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro,
See, that seems unhealthy.
you're sleep
then-
cutting tomatoes.
Is it ever okay to tell a little boy, hey, boys don't cry like that?
I don't think so.
Nah, it's not.
No?
Nah.
I don't know.
You
It
think it
depends.
is?
I think sometimes.
Okay,
Like-
let's get a scenario.
Like I feel like I remember being a little kid and crying like a bitch, and then my brother telling me like, hey, like don't cry like that.
Yeah.
Like,
But what
you're
what
a
was it
boy.
over?
I don't remember. Like I don't feel like I was like treated badly when I cried. I wasn't like, it wasn't like you being a bitch, blah blah blah. But it was like my siblings telling me like, hey, like boys don't behave this way. And I feel like it's like I still cry now. I cry when I'm watching something on
Yeah.
ESPN about a kid who has cancer who, the Carolina Panthers do a thing around. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I break down all the time. And I think I have a healthy relationship with crying and shit. But I also think that like I don't cry over bullshit.
But I think that the phrase "don't cry like a bitch" is problematic in
yeah.
itself.
Do you want to know?
It's toxic.
Because I know a lot of
It's
women
sexist
who
inside.
are probably tougher than I am.
Oh, women are definitely tougher
Yeah,
than men.
yeah. So
Without a doubt.
I don't like the whole like don't be a girl or you're crying like a bitch,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
I've never cried in front of my wife.
Really?
6 years.
Holy shit.
Never.
Dude, that's the best part about having a girlfriend. It's like the breakdown
Never.
and the fucking
I've cried
on the back, dude.
She'll never see it though.
When I'm in
She'll
a
never
relation,
see it.
maybe
That's
I
toxic.
yeah.
Until if she's like in the room, if I get past at the Comedy Store, then she'll be like, why is he sobbing?
Yeah.
He's like, we've had like stuff that's almost broken up our relationship, still hasn't cried, but he's over here like, my name's on the wall.
I get it. I know. I have visions of me crying when that happens.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
it's-
That's like the only time, like, all right, you could cry then.
So I wanna get into this a little bit more. I think so. You think you think there are times to tell because
I feel like personally, I don't think "don't cry like a bitch." I don't even know if that's what he said, but that statement isn't good because you're right, it isn't good. But I do think like sometimes telling boys who are crying too much, like, hey, like man up, like you're gonna have to become a man. And men don't cry like this out in public.
I guess you are correct.
You know what I mean? So
in
it's
that
like-
aspect,
it is
I
kinda like
kind of
teaching.
agree.
I don't really agree with that. I think that
When you
even
see a man crying in public, that's like
Situational, I would say.
yeah, but
that shit is
I'm going
sad.
humans, right? Let's take away all like the gender sort of things. Like telling somebody be a man, it's like, well, I just think it's weird. I think the proper way to do that is like, hey, I understand you're upset right now. It's okay to feel this way, but we gotta like dust it off. Everything's gonna be all right. We're gonna get back up. We're gonna figure
That's-
this out.
To me, that's the difference between machismo and toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity is don't act like a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? And machismo is, hey, men don't act like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
But they
is-
do.
is-
That's
is
the
it a-
thing. That's fucked me up my whole life. Is like people like I've always thought that the societal gender norms are bullshit because as a kid getting picked on by cholos or whoever was in my neighborhood telling me, hey, be a man. You're not a man. You're not this. And I was like, well, I have a penis. Like I am a man. What does that mean? Like, what does that fucking mean? So I'm like, these societal things you're telling me not to do they're fake. I am a man. I'm maybe an emotional man or an emotional person.
Right.
So I think gendering, and I'm not even coming from some like crazy communist like woke fucking thing.
How did your dad? You said your dad. How did he tell you not to cry? Like, what was he? How did he say it?
And your
I don't
dad came to this country legally or illegally?
What's the statute of limitations on these things? I think he came. Yeah, no. He got here through a process. I'm trying to find a funny way to say this, but
I mean,
I'll say this: he came under the seat of a van at like 15.
Okay, well, see, that's exactly what I mean. So this is the theory as far as like what it becomes. It's like most of the people that come to this country, I'd say the majority are more conservative, poor, blue collar people that are looking for work, right?
Yeah.
So in that instance, you kind of have to be strong. You kind of have to be confident. You kind of have to
But
be this
strong and
person.
confident, I don't think are
So
male traits.
The artsy kind of like upper class, like richer Mexicans are in Mexico and probably have these liberal don't cry thoughts.
Yeah.
But there's no reason for them to move to the United States to make a better life. They probably have a better life in Mexico. This is just theory. So I'm saying the more conservative blue collar ones are going to come over here, and those are the ones that are going to be like, don't act like this, and don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like who were their parents and who were their
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
It's all been passed down. I think I would just try to get my child, depending on whatever the gender is, to dust themselves off and show them that it like to persevere and push forward.
Dust yourself off and try again.
Exactly. I don't remember my dad ever really telling me not to cry. He was working a lot when I was a kid. I think
That makes sense.
I was around
That
my
makes
mom
sense.
a lot, and my mom is very more open to
I
emotion
honestly
and things
don't
like that.
remember who told me not to cry.
Don't backtrack, dude. It was your brother, dude.
It was probably one of my brothers, but I don't remember specifics. But I remember as a little kid learning, okay,
Is there anything?
Boys don't cry like girls cry.
He'd flash you the curvy sword that he had.
you flash that like a gat. Like there's
The
about to be
light
a
catches
fucking
it ever so softly.
two dudes like bumping each other at a nightclub in Agrabah. And they flash each other
you wipe
curvy
your
swords.
tears with the sword. You're like,
You hear the
Hey, let me go to the trunk real quick of this horse.
that's what we used to shave when I was a little boy.
horse's trunk.
Like pull out the curvy sword.
I was raised Dothraki.
No, but as far as is there anything that is relevant? Is machismo? Is there anything like that in your culture?
For sure.
Close to that, like that they were calling, or it's just it was unsaid.
No, for sure. I don't think it's called machismo, but it's like a male-dominated society, especially
course.
in Iran. And I don't think the thing is, it's like I think Iranians are an emotional people. They're very artistic people, and they do cry all the time. But they cry over like
When
big events.
Saddam Hussein got
Right, like when a war happens and a bunch of people are dying,
I feel awful
they start
now.
crying,
No, you're
right?
good.
Or when a leader gets killed or whatever, they mourn and they cry when they're mourning. But I think it's like you don't cry over like bullshit, you know?
spilt goat's milk.
Stupid hormones. Got him, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, but also this as you're saying that, I'm going back. I'm like, well, the world is male dominant. You know, it's- whatever. I'm not. Everybody's gonna be like, look at this fucking woke warrior. But right,
That's also why women probably cry more, is because they have more to cry about. They're being fucking dominated. They're going through more shit. They're raising the.
They're making our sandwiches.
also
They're doing everything, right?
Yeah.
Like how? Like there's a lot of deadbeat dads,
Yeah.
right? That means all those women are picking up extra slack and shit. There's more for them to cry about.
That was a distasteful joke on the last part about making our sandwiches. Because my wife.
Turn.
No,
Turn.
my wife's not allowed in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I feel the opposite. Women shouldn't cook.
Yeah, that
Stay
is
out of the
funny,
kitchen.
right? Every restaurant you go in, it's dudes in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta do something right.
We got to change this.
Follow the recipe, all right?
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily true that women cry more than men.
I mean,
From what I've seen.
from what
But-
I've
and
seen.
say
Have
that
you
is
ever gone to a bar or a club? How many women are crying outside, drunk, on the curb?
But
How
also,
many men do you
why?
see?
Probably because the guys are toxic and psycho.
Maybe, yeah.
It is
Maybe
kinda
that's what I said. There's reasons why they cry
Yeah.
more. There's more shit.
I'd say maybe if these guys cried more, these girls wouldn't be outside crying.
But it's just funny
but they wouldn't be with those guys either.
seeing the guys we're
Fuck,
talking
that's a
about.
whole nother fucking egg, man.
Will never cry in front of something that's emotionally important that involves their family or friends. But then, like, the fucking Dodgers lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Cabrón!
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're fucking crying because the Lakers lost?
Bruce Gray told me this
Oh,
story. He
man.
went to a Dodger game, and he was sitting behind these cholos, and one of them had a jersey of a player who had left the Dodgers, you know, whatever. And somebody's like, "Hey man, why are you wearing that fucking jersey?" And he's like, "Hey man, he helped us win this, blah blah blah, whatever." And he's like, "Nah, fuck that fool. If I ever see him, I'm getting down with him." This guy's like gonna fight this fucking professional
Watch out,
athlete if
Matt
he
Kemp.
sees him. Yeah.
That'd be so funny. He comes back, like, Matt Kemp comes out, like, "What's up, dog?
Yeah,
you
what's
getting
up?"
down?"
He's like, I was just playing,
playing.
homie. But these fools are so dumb. They
Where you from,
try.
fool?
When anger overrides like your smarts,
Right.
that's scary shit.
Just a drive-by to some cholo's house with fastballs.
Well, that's talking. Yeah, yeah. He's got the ball gun from
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
fucking batting cages. Just doof, doof. Yeah, man. I think a lot of problems in this world are from men not being able to access their emotions and like bottling shit up. I don't know how much these school shooters are crying.
There's a lot of school shooters
Yeah.
right now. There's a lot of shooters in general.
Yeah,
My wife every day she goes,
how much school shooters cry.
probably not a lot because I think shooting and things like that are the release that they've bottled up for so long, you know, or suicide stuff. You know, it's like. I feel like a lot of that is because of like being told to not be the way that you maybe are
That makes
naturally.
sense.
yeah, and it's always like, it's always emotional with school shooters because like imagine them shooting while crying. I'm like, finally look at them cry.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah.
That's
dude.
that would be a good way to do a school shooting though, is go in front of everybody and cry, and then the people who make fun of you, you go, "Pah,
Hormos, no.
I'm not saying don't do that. Don't do that.
Then why'd you say that'd be a good thing?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to edit that out.
It's just nicotine.
Well,
No,
thank God you
no.
finished the word. I didn't know.
Sorry.
so funny.
Anyway, put down that menthol vape pen.
I'm about to be like, fuck the dentist. I really want to hit this thing. It's been a few days. I think I might be okay.
Yeah, but you know why? Because you'll get the rot. You'll get the fucking the dry socket.
Yeah, I don't think I'm at risk of having that. I don't know what's happening. I think anyway, who gives a
5
shit?
fillings at once is a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We talked a lot about crying, but I think there's also things like when I got my ears pierced, my dad wasn't stoked, like things like that. Like, there's all these weird things, but that's all society bullshit,
Yeah.
Men pierce their ears.
But also,
and-
Iranians don't have the same machismo as like Latinos.
You think you're better than us? Don't answer that.
And that like Iranian men will kiss each other on both cheeks when they see each other.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
I feel
that's culture.
Let's try
It's a
it.
cultural
Did we
thing.
try it, Harmos?
Go ahead. See?
I'm glad there's only one. I don't like what I just saw. I'm glad I'm on this island of table.
Did you honestly be honest? Do you have a visceral reaction?
Yeah,
to
did
something
you have
like
a
that?
I
visceral
didn't like it. I didn't like that your lips touched his beard like that.
I didn't think I would. I didn't mind it.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. No, I don't care.
In Iran, I forget what's what, but it's like if you kiss once on each cheek, it means like you're with the government, and if you kiss 3 times, like if you go mwah, 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 it means like you're against the government.
If you kiss
Or-
him right
or
on the
vice
lips,
versa.
you're frisky. Mwah.
And if you kiss right on the lips, you're pro-Israel.
Dude, if a Middle Eastern guy kissed me on the lips, I'm, oh, good morning to you, huh? How
You're
you
like, oh,
doing?
I guess it's cultural.
That guy's having a good day.
Well, don't men hold hands in some Middle Eastern countries, like with
Yeah.
friends and stuff?
The
Yeah,
gay
like-
ones.
Like in Saudi Arabia.
Ah, come on, I had to slip it in. And the straight ones, come
Those
on.
ones, yeah,
I just want to say all people from Saudi Arabia, gay.
That sounded like a fart.
No, that was my distaste for that leaving my body.
That was your vape nasal.
Yeah. Welcome back to Vape Nasal. I'm your host, Joel
His
Jimenez.
sick fucking punk band name, Vape Nasal.
Vape Nasal. Hell yeah.
So wait. So that is. Did you grow up holding hands? No.
No.
Okay.
But like I've seen images of like people who go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And, like people in Saudi Arabia, they hold hands a lot. Like whenever the president would go to Saudi Arabia, you'd hold hands with like the Sultan or whatever the guy's name is.
That's just a way to make sure your hand's still there.
They're like, yeah, that's the one thing they tell you when you go to Saudi Arabia. Don't get your hand cut off.
Yeah. As long as you're holding a hand, you still got a hand.
Still got a hand. But what if like you're walking, you haven't looked right for a while, and you look and the guy's missing, and you're just holding a hand that's been chopped off?
Oh no! Other hand, there's the curvy sword that did it. You're like, what did I do? I thought I was just walking.
And I just want to say to the people of Saudi Arabia, we are not journalists. Please don't kill us.
I just want to say to the people of Saudi Arabia, I'll never come to you. I don't care.
I would like to go someday.
There's a place in Saudi Arabia I saw like, it's like they etched these like huge buildings into the rock.
Oh yeah. That's
I forget what it's called, but it looks insanely beautiful and amazing.
No, thank you. Make a casino of it, and then I'll go to that. If they make a Saudi Arabia casino, that'd be sick. Maybe Dubai. Dubai sounds like right up my alley.
Dubai is where we'll probably end up going to do shows at some point.
To do bisexual shit.
Like hold hands.
Yeah.
They wouldn't weird me out, but it would be something different if I just saw like a group of Middle Eastern guys holding hands. I'd be like, well, you guys, that's all right.
See, I like that just from being like from the punk world and like Jackass and all that stuff. I think I like to do that sort of stuff because it weeds out assholes.
Oh, that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
also like to hold like my black friends, like the Black Door guys, Faji. And
Oh, that's because they hate
Oh,
it.
they hate it.
But I love to play on the fact that they've got that, like that he's got this homophobia. So like whenever I go, what up, dog? And he puts his hand out, and then I'll just lock hands with him. And
But like
You're going to catch a coma.
Well, coming up in the black circuit, like
Yeah.
when I would come do the black rooms,
Yeah.
like you do a homoerotic joke or just a gay joke
Yeah.
at a black room, you immediately go, we don't do that weirdo shit. We
Yeah.
don't do that gay shit.
yeah, they don't play
Yeah.
that gay shit.
Yeah. Immediately.
Same thing with cholos, man. It is this like the top level of that masculine shit, you know?
I've said this on stage, but like this is just a true story. I did like a gay joke in the belly room, Crack 'em Up Thursdays Black Show. 0 laughs. This joke does pretty good. 0 laughs. And then I just, in the moment, I turned to him, I said, hey, I get you guys not laughing at that joke because black people don't play that gay shit.
Yeah.
But the HIV statistics say that you do. So maybe you guys should laugh more.
Like, this ain't booty crack 'em up. It's regular crack 'em up. All right.
They hated me so much, but I stand by what I said.
Yeah. Cares? I've seen plenty of comics that open up crack 'em up, like, this person should not be on crack 'em up.
But also there's
They are on Crack 'em
Right.
Up. Yeah.
that opens to a whole fucking thing of like, you know, sex education in impoverished, underserved communities,
Right.
you know, which are statistically black, Mexican, Asian.
And I think it's just like these conservative communities that are very homophobic where you can't be open.
What's religion too, man? Yeah.
I got
I
hit
think
on
it's
by
mostly religion, right?
yeah.
I got hit on by a gay norteño.
Really?
Yeah. I was on stage.
I don't know why I did that either, by the way. I'm sorry
Why?
for hitting on you. I was
Whoa, you're from LA, dog. It's weird that you're a norteño in LA.
Yeah, you're right. I know. No.
Don't say that.
To all my people in jail right now, it's outside till I die. Yeah.
You better you better fucking dance. Right now.
Sureño, homie.
You better stamp it up.
I might have to delete that. I'm not gang affiliated, but I know that if I went in there, that's who I would have to. That's who I'd have to be with.
I'm turncoating everybody. Norteño, Sureño, whoever wants to give me a hug.
Me
will
and
protect
Saul
me,
would
huh?
be fucking stabbing each other in prison.
Oh yeah,
And
we would.
I'd be in the Middle East. just
You'd be
right
with the
between you
others.
guys.
You'd be with the Native Americans, with the Asians.
I'd give you
No, I'd be with
20.
the blacks. I told you.
That's right.
I'd give you a 20 stab head start. I'm like, you gotta get through a first layer before it's fair. You know what I mean?
How'd you sink that curvy sword in here?
Yeah, I was on stage. I was doing a benefit show for a funeral for a little girl. So they were trying to raise money for this little girl.
Jesus Christ!
I
Way to
know.
set this up. This
I didn't
is
fucking
so.
just letting you know what the facts are. And then these guys start talking, all red, all in Modesto, all red, just talking in the middle of the show, interrupting the show. And I gotta say something.
Yeah.
I don't want to say something,
Oh,
but I
man.
gotta say something. And then as soon as I say something, they go, "What you say? What's up, fool? What the fuck?" And it's all this shit. I'm like, it's like, bro, you're talking in the middle of a comedy show we're trying to raise money for this dead girl. I said dead little girl. We're trying
Yeah.
to put her in and he was like, he realized what he was doing. He was out of pocket, and him and his friends were about to. I was like, I'm about to get fucked up.
Yeah.
and they did not because they recognized everybody around was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
They also
Dispensa,
recognize-
homie.
They also recognize that they didn't want that smoke from you, dog.
Yeah. I was like, "Yeah." And I had my chest up like a peacock and everything. I was like, "Come on, you don't
When you
want none
say
of this,
smoke,
boys."
you mean the smoker that Saul carries with him.
With brisket.
I was gonna throw brisket at their faces. You want hot brisket on your fucking skin?
You don't want that smoke.
So then I get off stage. I go to one of my buddies, Anthony K, who was like ready. He was like, God damn it. He was ready to help me, you know. And then I sit down, and then some guy out of nowhere, he's like, "Hey, fool, I really thought it was sexy the way you stood up to those guys."
Damn.
I was like,
Dude, I might fuck that guy after that. If you're playing on my confidence and me standing up, I'll be like, let's get out of here.
yeah, but I'm awkward. I just went, "Thank you." And then I turned around. I was like, I never talked to that person again.
Damn, that's tight though. I like that.
That's usually how I take how I used to take like compliments from women too. Like when a woman's up forward, she was like, "Man, I thought," I go, "Thanks."
Oh man,
Just
I,
walk away.
I love
I'll
that.
take a compliment from a guy or a girl the same.
Yeah.
I'll be like, thank you so much. You know, I'm like,
Actually,
get them where you can.
I've been thinking about this a lot. Goes to the masculinity thing. Is like, I think men need to compliment their male friends more often. Tell them they look good. Tell them they look nice that day. Tell them you love them. Hug them.
Joel, your penis is looking nice and swole through the pants today, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Tuesday.
I agree. No, I think that's a toxic masculinity thing of where like you can't tell your brothers that you love them. You can't tell them when you're proud of them. You can't tell them, you know.
Same.
And I think when you do, and I try to tell my friends that I care about them and
All
compliment
two of
them.
us. Yeah.
But
You know what? That's
but I
not
think-
fair.
I think then also when you do compliment your brothers all the time
Yeah.
and you give them confidence and stuff, then when they fuck up, you're more easily able to say, "Hey, don't do that." You know,
For
because
sure.
you've already built them up. You've already told them how much you love them, told them all the things that you're proud of them about, and then you're able to be like, "Hey, you're fucking up on this."
Yeah, and I think that's what I'll go back to the telling a kid not to cry thing. I think that's what would like to do is like build up my kid, tell them they're strong, whatever, and then when they fuck up, they'll listen to you when you tell them, hey man, you fucked up, and maybe they'll receive it a little better. But I don't have kids.
It was really
I'm not a
gay
parent.
of me to compliment your penis without complimenting Hormos. Hormos,
Thank you.
Your sword's looking really curvy through the pants.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. That would probably be the easiest sword to sneak into prison because it kind of follows the shape of the body. You know,
I could get that
handle
easily
in the
into
ass.
one of my rolls because it'll just curve
Yeah,
in.
Hell yeah.
I'm just being honest. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna. Can I hit your vape?
Oh, you're breaking the pact?
I got it done Wednesday. It's Monday. I think I'm fine to have one.
Dr. Insert Name Ubowitz, he's going to be so upset with you. Does it feel good? Oh, that's a big one. That's a
better
big
be.
one. Woo!
Yeah, baby.
That feel good? The instant your fillings come out, your fillings melt into
One
your...
more.
No, you don't need it. This is coming from me.
This is
I'm all
crazy.
doing heroin in the background. You don't need that. Tying off. That feel good? You feel better?
What does that feel?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, shit.
My brain is full.
You got Jefferson Airplane playing in your head right now. So that's been a really good episode. What are we at, Katie?
40.
We're at 40.
Well, we got 5 more minutes to bullshit.
No, we don't have 5 more minutes of bullshit. I was kind of trying an indicator to see where we were at. So I do have one more topic on here that I'd like to kind of divulge in. I call it, it's just essentially racism in our lives.
Yeah.
Now, it's essentially me asking, as a brown person, there's always going to be, you're going to have racism in your life. You're going to either taste a little bit of or have a bunch of it depending on where you're at. I would also like to hear something like that. And then on top of that, times you've been racist.
I'm still high. Sorry. I think.
No, let's go
want
with
me to go?
Hormos.
Yeah.
Times I've been racist.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be more times you've been racist than you've been racist upon you.
Yeah, I mean, racist. It's like whenever I go to the airport, they're like random search, and it's like okay, fine,
Yeah.
whatever. It's not that bad.
I've had that happen.
I've had one time me and a couple of my buddies were like 12 years old. We were like trick or treating, and these like older white kids. I made a joke. I was like, "Look, they're following us," and we laughed and we kept walking, and then we noticed they really were following us, and then they were like started running after us, and we had to run up to this house that wasn't doing trick or treating. And knocked on the door, and they're like, "No, we're not doing anything." And then we had to have them call my buddy Robert's dad to come pick us up. And when the car pulled up and he got out, all these kids like scattered and jumped into their car and left. And so that was like a time when I felt like these racist Nazi kids in Yorba Linda were trying to beat us up. But
Also,
mostly-
you guys are dressed like gang members.
We were dressed like gang members. We were like
You were
dressed
dressed like gang
we were
members.
dressed like cholos, walking
Yeah.
around a white neighborhood,
Yeah.
trick or treating.
Could have been
Hell
these white heroes coming around like, we got to beat up these cholos before they come big.
Before they get too big.
Before they
to
get
beat up,
too
yeah.
big, you got to get them right now before they get too strong. Then you can't handle
By the
it.
way, I love those like I don't know if this is an Iranian thing, but it might be like more in Afghanistan, but those like the you know, they got the like the rope thing with the fucking
Yeah, like
is
a lot of Arab countries. do
I want one of those. Is that cultural appropriation?
Yeah, it is, but
It
you
is,
should
but-
do it.
but you
You're
can do
allowed
it.
to.
I'll let you.
Be
do it.
Real wears it when he was playing with Prophets of Rage. He's Mexican, I think.
Yeah, be real. He's one of the Mexicans that uses the N-word too, I think.
That's because he was a blood.
Oh,
He was,
so he's
like,
allowed.
legitimately
He's
gang-
allowed.
gang
If you have gang
affiliate.
affiliation,
Yeah.
automatic, I guess, N-word card. I don't
Well,
know.
you're
I'm
hanging
not
out
making the
with
rules.
your.
I hung out with Suge Knight once. Does that mean I get to?
You hung out with Suge Knight
That
for
means
real?
you should be looking over your shoulder at all times.
Yeah,
Dude.
he came to the Comedy Store once, and we went and smoked blunts. It was pretty tight.
Hey, it makes sense as to why you and Suge Knight would be so good with each other.
Everybody was afraid of him. I just went right up to him, gave him a hug, and I was
Sold
like,
him a
I was
booth?
like, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. Do you want to go smoke these blunts? And I had a couple blunts rolled. He's like, yeah, and we just
Damn.
instantly hit it off.
I
And then-
yeah.
You killed Tupac? Be real.
Yeah.
Be real. We're smoking. We're bros. Did you kill Tupac?
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I killed Tupac.
He's like, I smoked that fool.
and you're
anyway.
like, motherfucker, killed Tupac.
I got a couple. I got there was this girl that I was kind of like hanging out with at this church one time, and she invited me to winter formal with her, and her parents wouldn't let her go with me because I wasn't white.
Whoa.
That's a crazy one.
sucks.
And it's like a Christian church. I'm like, that's not very Christ-like, you know?
Yeah.
And then I have more instances of like racism or sort of like socioeconomic thing within being Mexican. Also, my brother's half black. He looks like a black man. So that there have been numerous.
Well, he is a
times-
black man if he's half black.
He is a black man. He's a black man. Yeah, yeah.
That's how that works.
But
His brother's David Ortiz.
Whoa, Big Poppy.
Big Poppy.
yeah, exactly. No,
That's Big Brother though. He's
yeah.
Big Poppy to us.
Yeah.
Big Brother to you.
but there were multiple things of like cops pulling him over, drawing guns, all that, and then being like,
Whoa.
"Oh, we got the wrong guy," you know, shit
Did they
like
get
that.
realistic guns when they drew them, like on the paper?
I just
drawing
got it
guns.
drawing guns. Yeah, that was good.
No, it was bad. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I didn't really mean it was good.
You gave a face like you mean.
Or just like I remember a woman at AM/PM one time just started going out. We don't want any in this neighborhood,
Yeah.
like all this shit.
Whoa.
A white lady, but then later on, I remember I was like in maybe 4th, 5th grade, predominantly white Armenian school, Catholic school. My parents sent me there because it was safer than the schools in our neighborhood. But I remember these Mexican kids came, and I was like excited, and I was like, I went over and I said something to them in Spanish, and they looked at me like, "Get out of here, wetback." And then later on, I found out their parents were like tennis instructors. They were like rich Mexicans, you know,
They were
like
house Mexicans.
Sure, you said it. And so I remember that, and then I remember dating a girl who was Mexican, but always wanted like a white boyfriend and like all this, and kind of made me have a complex about it. Would say like weird things if I spoke Spanish or like things like that. And I think for a long
She had
time,
a complex about it.
probably, yeah. And I remember even like asking my mom.
That's why there's skin bleaching. Shit.
Yeah, colorism all over the world. But I remember asking my mom if we like had any like German blood or any. I was like really trying to not be myself, and I think it fucked me up for a while. And then within the past like maybe 5 years, I've really like owned it and been like, this is who I am, you know.
It happens, man. You lose who you are either with money or maybe just hanging out with specific, and you feel shame and how you're supposed to look just because these people look a specific way in this country.
Yeah.
So you kind of, and that's what I hope I never get to lose.
And,
You know
and
what I mean?
also, what I think probably happens to these like tennis instructor, like house Mexicans,
Yeah.
right? What I think happens is they move up socioeconomically.
It's like the Irish in Boston, yeah.
They move up socioeconomically, so they feel superior to the people who did not move up socioeconomically, and then the people who didn't move up look at those people as sellouts, and they kind of lose connection with their community to the point where it becomes like hostility.
It's like divide and conquer, dude. It's like
Then you unironically become one of the good ones. In
Yeah.
that instance, to white people.
Right.
Yeah.
Unironically, that's
Right.
right. Well, except for Robert. You know what I mean?
I also, and this might be in my own head, but my dad, we like for extra money and stuff, we'd collect metal and shit like that, throw it in the truck, take it downtown. But when I'm in the truck with him and it's full of metal and we're driving and there's like maybe a white girl who's cute at the stoplight or whatever, and I'll look over, I know she's not perceiving me as like who I am as like a fully formed individual. Like she just thinks I'm just gonna say it's probably like not in her head, but sometimes I'm like, oh, look at this fucking wetback in the truck like collecting metal. She doesn't know I'm like a drummer, or I play punk, or I'm like I do comedy, or that I'm like I do art stuff. Like I am a human being. At that moment I'm just kind of being seen as this.
She could be like,
this
ooh, look at
maybe
this wetback.
maybe
And it's like,
yeah.
and I don't feel like I experienced that much racism. Like after 9/11 on campus, somebody had spray painted sand N-word on the wall.
Yeah.
That kind of
That's
shit.
that's good. That's a
but it
pretty
wasn't-
big.
but-
Yeah.
What?
No, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. But it wasn't like directly in my face. But I did see a lot of racism from like my grandma. Literally, my grandma said, "Hold my hand, or a black man's gonna kidnap you
Yeah.
away." You know,
Yeah.
that's true. Or like,
Yeah.
you know, like that kind of stuff I heard within members of my family immediate, or even like more, you know, cousins and stuff. I would hear people say things here and there.
How about like Sikhs and stuff getting like fucking beat up when they're not even like Muslims? Like
Right.
they got a lot of like shit like that. It's just all fear and
But also, it's like what's crazy about that is like, it's like that's so dumb because it's like you're killing somebody who's not even related. They just also happen to wear a head thing.
yeah.
And then, but it's like most Muslims aren't connected to that shit. You know, it's like there's different kinds of Muslims, and then there's extreme forms of those different kinds of Muslims.
Yeah.
And one extreme group, mostly Saudi Arabian guys, did 9/11, and then everybody who's Muslim had to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like blaming all of North America for America's like the United States' crimes.
or blaming all Christians for the crimes that Christians.
Well, I want to start calling
for the KKK.
fundamentalist Christians are terrorists. So
Who are the fundamental? You're gonna have to
Just like
educate-
the
I'm dumb.
Westboro Baptist
Ah,
Church, people
yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
like terrorism
Those are
to me as
terrorists.
well.
Yeah, but I mean, they are just doing what they're legally allowed to do, right? Is protest, even the most heinous way possible. Like you're allowed to go in public and say fucked up shit. That's
Yeah.
just part of that's just part
For
of
sure.
what makes America
They are
great.
spreading the good word, Joel.
No,
of
it's
Jesus.
not
Yeah,
a good
that's
word
right.
Of Jesus.
But like you can't just protect the good word. You have to allow people to say fucked
For sure.
up words, or
Yeah.
else you don't have freedom of speech.
I guess I'm just saying that terrorists come in all colors and are
No,
from everywhere.
I don't think them protesting makes them terrorists. I think the KKK burning down houses,
Yeah.
setting off bombs and shit, make them terrorists. You know,
Yeah.
I think certain militia groups doing terrorist activities, those groups are terrorists.
Yeah, I guess that's what I mean. That was a bad example thinking of the church.
They
but,
suck.
Yeah.
And whenever I see, like, we went to the gay thing on Santa Monica. What's that? The year?
Santa Monica.
Yeah, I was gonna say Santa Monica.
You know how they do that?
street.
Yeah, Pride.
Pride.
Yeah.
We went to Pride, right? And there's all these
forgot
Baptist
Pride.
church people there with like, you're all burning in hell. You're all burning in hell. Those guys, they're not terrorists.
They're
just
like, yeah,
pieces
we're
of shit.
flaming.
They're just pieces of shit.
You guys trying to next year?
and we would just go up to them, flip them off, be
Yeah.
like, fuck you. Like, we just talk
Yeah.
shit. to them.
dogs, plus like any like our gay friends.
Dogs
we
at
all dress
Pride.
up like devils.
Oh,
Like
I like
devils, like we're going to
that.
hell, and we just fucking troll these fucking. We're
Yeah,
going to
it'd be so
hell,
fun.
dude. That'd
It'd
be
be so
so
fun.
fun.
Yeah, me and Harmos will touch tongues. It's gonna be great.
kiss each other. It's a Saudi Arabia thing. Mwah, 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 mwah.
This is a Saudi Arabia thing.
And I'll be like, nope, we're gay. Yeah.
Mine is more along to like my dad being he's too lazy to, every Mexican almost has done this, to subcategorize Asian people. So all
yeah.
of them were chinito.
Yeah, of course.
And he would call them
Yeah.
chinito to their face.
Yeah. My mom's like, they're not Chinese, they're Filipino, you know? Like,
And then my dad would pinche chinito or whatever. Like,
Well, it's
no.
like everybody calls me Arab.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, it is what it is.
what is
That's
that? What is
America.
the actual title for you? What would you consider? Is it,
Iranian.
you heard it here first. The more you know.
Yeah, but then
But I don't care when people call me Arab because I feel like one thing I hate is the reaction of Iranians when they get called Arab.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I told a guy one time he was half Mexican, and somebody I overheard them say like, "Hey, you're Mexican, right?" And he goes, "Half," and I was
Whoa.
like, "Damn, relax, dog."
Yeah.
Like,
Or when people are
Whoa.
like, "You're Arab," and somebody goes, "I'm not Arab. I'm Iranian." And it's like, dude.
Take it easy.
yeah,
Dude,
I
stop
get it
acting
too.
like you got
though.
insulted.
I
You
also,
know?
yeah, I know they
Don't
want
act
they
like
want to
you
be
got
they want to be seen for who they are. But yeah,
Like
I get
liquor
it.
store
You can
bodega,
calmly
buddy.
Be like, actually, I'm Iranian, different culture, but yeah, easy mistake. You can
Yeah.
say it without getting angry about it. The
Yeah.
anger makes me think there's some racism in it.
Well, you can't hear the sorry over the swoosh of the curvy sword.
It was hard, and he would like say to people's faces, man.
Yeah.
Like like you right here, Filipino.
Yeah.
Like he was like he was like chinito. She'd be like, no, I'm Filipino.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, well, chinito.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, I gotta tell my dad. I pull him aside. I'm like, yo, you need to chill, man.
yeah,
And
dude.
and then because he was the way he was, and he started deciphering, like, you know, figuring it out. And then he just started when he was like, he didn't trust Japanese people because of one incident, but then he was fine with Chinese people.
Right.
Yeah.
But all Asians were Chinese. So I was like, wait a minute, man. This is weird, man.
Yeah.
We went to one sushi place, and then they were like rude to him once. He was like, I don't trust Japanese.
That's hilarious.
All right,
He's
man.
like, first Pearl Harbor, and now this.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
done.
I will say my dad has come like a long way. You know that.
I'm glad you said a long way.
It's also like you want to be better than your parents, and I think he's done a good job of that. And hopefully, if I ever end up being a parent, I'll be better than that, and we'll just keep hopefully doing better. You know,
No, wait, dude, I'm gonna teach all the things that my dad taught me to my kid.
I believe you.
You ready to call everybody Chinese and gay?
You take
Let's
them back
go.
to the same Japanese restaurant.
What about when we've been racist? I can think of one incident for me. I went and got a car stereo from an Armenian guy, and he ripped me the fuck off. And I was in high school, and I remember like for years after that, I was like very weary of like buying something from an Armenian guy again. I was like, nah, dude, you got me once, dude. Fool me once.
Yeah, but Tripoli didn't want to charge you more.
Honestly, Tripoli's one of the guys who, like, when I met him, he was so nice. What a great guy. And it kind of helped me realize I was just being a racist asshole off of one incident.
I love Armenians. When my dad came here and he worked at an auto body shop, it was owned by Armenians, and they were great. And I have a very deep connection with Armenian listeners out there. Inch Beses.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
we solved racism.
Yeah, no issues with Armenians.
Armenians, also known as soon-to-be Azerbaijanis.
Anyway,
Their whole
that's too
country's
smart
being
for me. I don't know, but
Armenia's in the middle of getting attacked.
I mean,
by
for sure. I think I've definitely judged people not even just on race, but just based on like other things, you know, that are it's just ignorance, sort of like
also like
assuming.
black people are good at sports. I've done that. You know, when you're
Name
picking
one.
teams.
Name one.
I'm only racist to Armenians when I'm at Ross. Because, like, all the elderly ones are hanging out by the cashier in the way. It's like, fucking move, all right?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, they're afraid of the furniture section because there's a bunch of
Ottomans. I knew that was coming. And I feel bad that I joined in.
You piece of shit. I started laughing. Like, God damn it. You guys have any good ones of the week?
I do. My good one of the week is Domantas Sabonis of the Sacramento Kings. He played like shit and helped the Warriors win the series, and now he's home in Sacramento crying. Good one of the week, Domantas Sabonis.
Why would you say that?
Oh, you're a Kings fan, Saul. I
Yeah,
forgot.
you know I'm a Kings fan.
Oh, my bad.
My good one of the week is Max Muncy from the Dodgers. I went to the game with some comics with Benji Aflalo, Lulu Jovovich, and Josh Potter, and we watched him do a Grand Slam walk-off, and they won the game. It was really cool.
My good one of the week is Theo Vaughn.
Hell
Great
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, great guy. Had me on Theo Vaughn and Friends last night.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome, man.
He also once said that he would love to try being a full Latino.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We should have him on.
We should, yeah. Well, yeah. Let's get Theo.
That'll be
Huh?
great.
That'd be great, huh? To get Theo Vaughn. Yeah. How awesome would that
Hey,
be?
you were on Theo Vaughn and Friends. Tell him to prove it.
It should be Theo Vaughn and guys he wants to.
If he's
book.
around, he would do it.
Yeah. I like Theo
So
Vaughn.
never.
No, I bet he'd do it.
We should maybe let's see if we we'll talk
week,
about this
next
after.
week.
Maybe
Yeah.
get a guest next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be
Well,
fun.
that's been Dogs of Browntown. You guys have anything to plug?
Don't be racist. Or if you do, keep it to yourself. No, at Mad Peaceful Band, we just recorded our new EP. It should be out soon. At Mostly Sorry. Send us emails. Send us questions. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. And don't be toxic. Just be masculine, like me and Joel and
Hell yeah,
Saul,
dude.
you know?
Mexculinity.
Masculine.
Dude.
We got Dirty at 10:30, May 24th in the Belly Room.
Yeah.
Me and Saul's show. June 7th, and every month there's going to be a comedy dating show at the Comedy Store.
It's really fun.
Hell yeah. And we might bring the comedy dating show to Austin soon. We've been talking about that. So yeah, check out at Not Hormones on all social media for details about anything.
I got no idea when this is coming out because we have a lot of episodes queued up.
Yeah.
So June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I'm going to be at City Wineries. I'm doing the East Coast. I'm doing Boston the 1st, Philly the 2nd, and then the 3rd I'm doing New York City. At Saul Comedy on Instagram. Follow my other podcast, This Week in Crime. I do that with comedian Steve Fury. Thank y'all for listening to Dogs of Browntown.
Hell yeah.
Simon.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Please rate, review, subscribe right down here.
Follow us on Instagram at Dogs of Browntown and follow me on Instagram at Not Hormones.
Don't forget about me at Saul Comedy, Saul Trujillo.
Hey, don't leave me out of the fun. I'm at Mostly Sorry on Instagram. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing right now? You better be subscribing. Check this one. Click, or maybe this video. I know you want to click that one. That's the one you want. Just subscribe.